Hi, and welcome back to my channel. Those of you who are new here, thanks for clicking on the video. I'm Alice, and on my channel I like to show you how to alter and upcycle clothes. On my last video, we altered a pullover hoodie into a zip-up hoodie, and I talked about not being able to, or not having to, hem it or put interfacing in it because of the knit of the hoodie. And a lot of sweatshirts and hoodies are knitted this way. So before we get into cutting up a sweater today, I'd like to talk about the knits of hoodies and sweaters. And I have my lovely mannequin to assist us today. Now before I cut anything, I take a good look at the fabric. If it has a tag that tells me what the fabric is, obviously I'll go by that. But this does not. So just by looking at it, it does feel like it's probably cotton, so I probably would cut this, but because of how it kind of looks like terry cloth, I have a feeling that this would probably kind of unravel, or at least start to pick apart as soon as you start cutting it and just letting it hang without hemming it. So probably not cut this one. So no. And another good rule is whenever you look at the fabric and you can actually see the stitches, you probably shouldn't cut this. Now this is, I do believe, acrylic and nylon, so I know not to cut this because I know it's just going to unravel. I can see the stitches, so don't cut this one. So this sweater has a mix of natural fibers. It has cotton, has rayon, nylon, wool, and rabbit hair. Again, I can see the stitching. And I wouldn't want to cut rabbit hair. I know that that's going to fall apart. I've never seen a sweater made out of wool or rabbit hair that I would cut because they usually are made with a knit that is so fine you can see it, but as soon as you cut it, it's going to start pulling apart. So don't cut on this one. Now this is made out of acrylic wool and polyester. Again, I can see those stitches, so I would not cut this one. This simple gray sweater made out of cotton. Can't see the stitches. Looks pretty well made. I mean, if I stretch it apart, I can kind of see those stitches. But since I know that it's made out of cotton and just cotton, I have a feeling that this is going to fray just ever so slightly, but it will probably curl. Like, I don't have one of those t-shirts down here, but when you cut just a cotton t-shirt, it just curls a little bit. So I figure that's what's going to happen with this. So I would cut this one. So this sweater is made out of cotton, rayon, and nylon. I have questioned this one quite a bit, but I figure how loose those stitches look, I probably wouldn't cut this one just to be safe. So don't cut this one. Now this sweater is made out of cotton and polyester. I do believe it is 80-20, and you can see that it's already been cut to crop, and it just kind of rolls up on itself. Can you see? I don't know if my camera's picking up on that. Here. Kind of rolls right here, and that is a raw edge. That means I can cut this one. Most of the time, any cotton weave is going to be able to be cut and no hemming is involved because it will just kind of curl like this. I mean, really, who has time to hem? This hoodie is made out of, I do believe, polyester and spandex blend. I think it's like 5% spandex, but this hoodie is a lot like the hoodie that we cut up. You can see the weave of the fabric is very much the same on the inside. It's white. See how tight that weave is? That knit? I'd cut this up. This sweater is made out of 100% polyester. Polyester is a type of plastic, so is acrylic, and those are usually going to be things that you can cut. So this is the sweater that we're going to cut up today, this beautiful curly sweater. So let's get to it. So now that I've laid it down flat and I've taken my chalk, and I already have a basic design that I want to make on this sweater, so that's what we're going to do. So I really don't want to cut up the face at all, but I am going to cut off the neck. So I'm going to draw as best I can. I don't think I can do it with this chalk. Barely. I'm going to cut this in the front, and in the back I'm just going to cut it straight across from there to there instead of making it a scoop. And on the sides, on the arms, they don't necessarily have to be even. 3 little stripes on each side. Not too bad. Not too bad. I think I am going to try to make it just a little even. I will fold the sweater and make these same marks on the other sleeve. As you can see, I have my sweater folded, not completely in half because I want to be able to see the other sleeve. And from here, I will extend my marks onto my other sleeve. Now I have just one sleeve laid out flat, and I'm going to extend those marks all the way to the other side, so I know where, like how far to cut, when to stop. So this is the other sleeve. Those marks, you can barely see this one, barely shows up. So I'm going to use this pencil instead of chalk. Before I cut, I am going to check this side. It happens to be the same width as the slits on the sleeve. And they are even. All right, let's get cutting. When I'm cutting the sleeves, I make sure that the seams, everything is laying exactly flat. Thanks for joining me again on this super quick and easy project. I wanted to make sure to go through all of those knits with you. I hope it helped. It's just a good rule of thumb. If you can see the stitches of the woven fabric, it's probably best not to cut it. So join me next time. Who knows what we'll make. Again, if you've made it this far in the video, thank you. I really appreciate that. Like and subscribe for more videos. I have lots of things planned and I can't wait to show you more.